Now, he is a mechanical engineer. He spent 16 years in the Jamaica Defense Force. Now, he has a postgraduate degree in public transport management. Interesting. You may have seen him on television a few times as general manager of Independence Park Limited, and that simply means he's in charge of the entire complex at the National Stadium. So if anything goes wrong, he is the man to blame. He's also president of the Calabar Old Boys Association. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Major Desmond Brown.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to be here to see so many wonderful young people. I'd like to thank Daniel and his team for conceptualizing this summit. And we hope that at the end of this day, you will benefit from it. Unfortunately, I will not be able to stay with you for the day because I have to go to a ministry retreat when I leave here. Why is sport an integral and vital part of a school's educational program? For a few of us, we think about the glory of the school, but that's not what it's all about. Sports teaches us the most important principle. You have to put in the work. If you want success, you have to put in the work. You have to make the effort if you want to succeed. No matter how much talent you have, if you don't put in the work, you will not succeed. You will not achieve what you can achieve. You may do well, but you could do much better if you put in more work. And that is the principle why schools get involved in sports, because they want you to translate the effort in succeeding on the track, on the football field, on the cricket pitch, into your schoolwork. You will not succeed if you don't put the work in. I don't want to disappoint you, but let me give you some facts. Less than 2% of you in here will become professional athletes and get a position that you can earn good money. You can live off what you learn from track and field. So why are we all involved? Because what sports does, sports can open doors for all of you. The 98% who are not going to make it as professional athletes. And I tell you something, sometimes it's not how good you are why you become a professional athlete. Sometimes you just have to be in the right place at the right time. You have to get the right coach, the right team behind you. So it's not all about you all the time. But what I can guarantee all of you, that if you put your effort into your education, sports can open doors for you. It will allow you to make a decent living. And nowadays, there are so many opportunities in sports. Coaches, administrators can become involved some way. So what is my message to you? My message to you this morning is, whilst you're busy and ought to be working hard at whatever sports you're involved in, I'm asking you to pay equal attention to your schoolwork. Many of you will be able to get academic scholarships. When I was in school, there were a few. There are much more now. You'll get opportunities to go to school that you could never afford. You'll meet people that can help you later in life. Unfortunately, I had a fella come to me, said that he went to Calabar. I'm a Calabar old boy. He went to Calabar. He's looking at jobs. I say, what qualifications do you have? None. I can't help him. Nobody can help him. If he had the qualification, I could say, okay, let me see what I can do for you. Don't focus only on your sports. Think about down the road. I tell you something else that happened to me. When I was at school, many years ago, long before any of you were born here, I had a choice. When I reached fourth form, that's 7, 8, 9, 10th grade now. I had a choice between geography and physics. Geography was my best subject. Physics was my worst subject. But guess what? I knew from I was this high that I wanted to be an engineer. And I knew that I had to do physics. So what I had to do? Drop geography and take up physics. Part of the problem with some of our young people, they don't know what they want to be. And they just do what they feel what is best to them. And later in life, they realize that, hell, I need to do this. You know? I mean, when I was at school, for instance, Calabar didn't offer, they now do, technical drawing. Again, very integral to engineering. So I had to go and learn technical drawing when I went to university. I'm asking all of you to think about life down the road. What do I want to be? What are the subjects? I speak to young people. Oh, I want to be a lawyer. What subjects you need? I'm not so sure. You need to decide what you want in life and use sports to get there. If you want to be an engineer, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a doctor, whatever it is you want to be, know the subjects you need to achieve it. Start reviewing. All of you have phones, you can type in, what does it mean to be an engineer? What subjects do I need? You fellas, you ladies have so much, and men have so much more information at the tip of your hands. In my days, we had these big encyclopedias. So anything you want, you have to go to the library and spend hours trying to find what information you need. You are the generation that information is at the tip of your finger. You go to Google and you type in. Use that information, not use the phone, not only to watch movies and play games. Information. I'll give you another example. When I was at school, we used to swat the tables, swat the equations. Because you know, if you came into the exam and you put an equation, you at least get 2 marks. So we used to swat it. Nowadays, that's not important. When I went to university, you probably never heard about slide rules and log tables. You have calculators now. We never had those. When I went to university, they gave you a computer. Because what is important now is not knowing the equation, is can you apply it? Can you apply it? So I want you now to start thinking, how can I use sports? What are the educational possibilities? The scholarships available. What are they doing lacrosse? Are they doing a lot of scholarships in lacrosse now? Cricket. Well, we know about cricket. Football, there are scholarships. Track and field, there are scholarships. Start thinking about your future. Don't just think about your future as an athlete. Because another thing too, all it takes is one injury and your career is over. What is going to happen? And in any event, if you become a professional athlete by a 32, 33, unless you're Shelley, you are going to, that's it. Your time is up. What are you going to do beyond that? The other mistakes that a lot of you make, oh yes, I'll make plenty of money and I'll employ someone to look after my money. You know the story about that. When time comes, there's no money. Learn to look after yourself. Use the opportunities that you have available to you, and don't make the mistake of relying only on your physical ability. That can go at any time. You must have a goal in life. What do I want to achieve? Where do I see myself in 20 years? What do I want to achieve? Start thinking about those things, right? And that will help you plan to reach a goal. You know, when in the army, they always tell you, when you're shooting, to aim high. Because if it falls and where you want. Many of us, we're not aiming it, we don't have a target. We're not working towards anything. We don't have no plans for our future. You're not too young to start thinking about your future, right? The other very important thing, we are all very fortunate to be born in a country where we have such a legacy of sports. I can tell you that you hear, for instance, that the world record holder in the pole vault, he wants to come to Jamaica, he wants to know, what is it we have here? You are required now to continue this legacy. This prowess that we have, it's here. Those who are performing now will fade away, like we all do. So you have a legacy to live up to. You have a legacy to continue.
All right, thank you very much, Major Brown. Another round of applause, please, for Major Brown. All right. Is it time to give away our first phone card for today?